Hello, I'm Marcus Primack, Market Development Manager at Legal & General. Today I'm going to be speaking to Nigel Fordham about the business protection products he's put in place for his company. Nigel, thank you ever so much for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about your company and perhaps about your individual specialism within the company?
Well, as a company, we've been going for nearly 20 years now. We're a specialist laboratory to the dental industry, making everything and anything that goes into the mouth. In that company, we have a number of members of staff, but there are key roles where myself and the other director play a very important part. The story starts really because we were having a financial interview with our financial advisor, and it became apparent that we weren't properly insured. We were insured like most companies are insured, in contents, buildings, all the normal things that cover you. But we realised that we weren't insured enough in the eventuality that something major happened to myself or one of the other directors. During this discussion, it was pointed out that really key man life policy, critical illness policy, could be the way forward for us.
What did the process of putting the cover in place include?
Well, obviously we went through a medical, and at that point there, it was picked up that I had a problem with my heart. In fact, my mitral valve had quite a severe rip in it, but that was then attended to, went through surgery, and it gave us even a stronger opinion that really we did need to put certain things into place.
Did you put any other cover in place besides the key person?
We put a share option, a cover of share options. It basically just covered the fact that if one of us wasn't able to carry on working, either through disability or actually through death, there'd be enough money in the company so that we could, in effect, pay that other person off. Alongside with the key man, we would be able to employ someone that would actually cover the crucial role that one of the two directors were actually covering in the laboratory, as opposed to the outside running the laboratory.
How did your financial advisor make you aware of the need to put cover in place?
He made us aware of it because I think what it is out there at the moment, especially business owners, we're all too busy in making sure that our customers are happy, one thing or another, but no one is really ever sure of what's happening around the corner. Now, he made us, he brought this to our attention, the fact that if one of you two wasn't able to trade, what would happen? It makes you think, and you actually realise that, wow, I've never really thought about this before, and actually think about it rather than just think about the business.
And if one of you was to fall ill or even die, and you didn't have this cover in place, what would happen to the business?
Well, I think because we've got quite an established business, it would carry on. But obviously, you'd lose a key player in the company, which emotionally, physically, mentally would be quite a strain anyway. But by having a policy in place that would actually financially support you, it can only be positive. It would allow us to, one, not worry about paying off the respective other half if one of the directors died. Also, it would actually put in place immediate finances to bring in cover for whatever that position was needed.
Through our research at Legal & General, we've discovered that a lot of businesses don't have business protection, key person cover, share protection in place. Why do you think that is?
Everyone's too busy. We're in a current recession at the moment, and probably the last thing people are thinking about are eventualities that things could happen. They're more worried about their customer base, they're more worried about paying their staff. But ultimately, if you have something that happens that you're not prepared for, all these other things probably will go out the window, because if the business isn't running, your customers aren't going to be satisfied, your staff won't get paid, and then you could slide into a lot worse state than had something been in place.
So do you think business owners have a responsibility to their staff and to their customers to ensure they have adequate protection in place?
Every business owner has a responsibility to their staff and to their customers, for the simple reason that they've got mortgages, they've got jobs, that the company needs to keep rolling. Everyone plays a key part in a company, but ideally that company is not generally dissolved because of the incident of one person. So yeah, I do feel that there is a responsibility there.
So would you recommend business protection to other business owners?
Yes, fundamentally I would, mainly for the simple reason that I don't think when you're in charge of a company, a business, you look at all of the areas where possibly you should be covered. We're always on the foreground of making sure our quality is really good and our customers are satisfied, but we're not always really good at covering for eventualities like a death or a critical illness with key players sort of to mind.
Fantastic. Nigel, thank you for your time today and thank you for sharing your experiences with us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for listening today. I hope you found this webcast useful. If you would like to find out more, please speak to your usual financial advisor.